Welcome to Papa's These Bees. We're going to look at the corner hive today. It just got cloudy on us all of a sudden. It was a pretty day until just a few minutes ago, so the bees may be a little feisty. We're going to try to do a Varroa check, and then I want to weigh the hives. I want to show you how we do that. Okay, we're going to give them a little bit of smoke, let them know we're here. Again, well, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to do this. This is a little tool. It's called a hive weigh. You get it at Miller Brothers. I'll put the link down in case anybody's interested. Clip it up under the hive somewhere. So we lift up on it and get the weight, which in this case is about 47 pounds. And you have to double that, so about 94 pounds. So that means there is quite a bit of honey in there. You just do that just for kind of comparison purposes. It's not a big deal, but it's nice to know. Now we'll see what we got going in here. I suspect we're going to have a lot that make kind of difficult to get into it. Because of the propolis. Might take a look at a frame here, but I don't really want to take the time to look at a frame because again, we've got some storms coming in and I need to get in and out fairly soon. Use this little gadget to hold up one end so it won't set back down in the propolis. Again, we'll take that open so we can get into it. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. I can hear the bees in here. They're working those hives pretty good, so. And of course, this is their honey store for their use. So we'll smoke them again, drive them on down a little bit. There's still gonna be a bunch up here. And the little trick is kind of raise up on it and then twist, and that'll let you raise it up a little bit easier. Break that propolis seal. We're going to look at a few of the frames here and make sure we don't have any queen cells, so we kind of know how to plan. Yeah, still making drone cells out here on the edge, which is kind of normal. Got some capped honey over here on my right. Oh yeah, nice brood pattern there. Lots of honey right here, which is interesting. And then sort of brood pattern here. Not a real great brood pattern, but there is a brood pattern there. It's kind of hard to see, it's so dark. I would hope there would be some eggs in there that I could see, or larvae. Lots of pollen. Now, come pretty close, you can see all the pollen. All this colored stuff here is pollen, and they're bringing in pollen. So a good part of bringing in pollen means they've got brood, they've got a queen. She's kind of backed off on laying a little bit. They may be getting ready for a dearth, experiencing a dearth, and so therefore they're not going to put a whole lot out. These ladies are much more docile than they were before we requeened them. Yeah, oh, lots of really nice brood in here. Some pollen. I see the pollen bags on that girl there. That's nice. Again, and then more brood over on this side. So in order to get the powdered sugar ready, take about 2 tablespoons, a little bit more, and drop it just in the bottom here. Then what we'll do is we'll gather up some bees, place them in the top, and invert it, and then they'll be coated. So first thing we got to do is find a couple of frames that have brood on it, which we've already found. And then we'll take because that'll be the nurse bees. And we'll just shake them. Now you see the ones flying, like you think, well, they're getting away. No, they're not. Those are, if they're flying, they're not nurse bees, because the nurse bees will not fly. And we need to check nurse bees rather than the foragers. So the ones that flying are foragers. So that's, again, why we're not too worried about those flying away. In fact, that's actually a good thing. The forager will just fly back into the hive. Make sure you don't get the queen. It's one of the advantages of using this method is because you won't hurt your queen if you accidentally leave her on the frames. I do not see her, so we'll go ahead and dump this one too. Okay, so now we'll put these frames back in here right quick, and then we'll take a scoop and get a half a cup and dump them in the container. And then we'll put this lid on it. Shake them here, or roll them here a little bit, so they can all get coated with the powdered sugar. And then you just leave them sitting upside down. And what they'll start doing is they'll start grooming themselves to get that powdered sugar off, because they don't like the powdered sugar. Now we'll get these bees back inside. Okay, so it looks like we had a pretty good view of everything here. Yeah, I got stung. Didn't smoke. And they're not going to be really happy because of the storm coming in. Lots of bees in here. That's good. I'll try to drive them back down. And then that will start reassembling the hive. This is where the majority of the weight is, I think. Had a viewer say that we really had the hive on edge, close to the feet up on the edge, which we did. I think so. I can't remember what the viewer's name was, but I really appreciate that. Never going to put the flow sleeper back on. It probably wouldn't be so feisty if it wasn't for the storm coming in. Again, which is another reason why I want to go ahead and get this thing back together as soon as possible. You can really see how many bees are out on the front. Right down here. I'm going to put the shade back on it, especially when that rain comes in. This shade will keep them from getting wet as much on the landing board. There we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and I'll just open this top back up and just drop them down in the top. It's not the best place, but it will work. It's warm enough that the propolis has already kind of glued itself back down. Okay, so now we'll take what's left of the powdered sugar and take it back inside, and we'll complete the sugar shake, and I'll report to you what I find. Thanks. Have a good day.
Well, good news. We only found 2 Varroa in the test. Just so you'll kind of know what we look for when we do a Varroa test. There's a certain calculation that you use to determine your Varroa status and whether or not you need to treat. There are the number of bees, which is 300. The number of Varroa turned in from that sample of bees is 2 in this case, and the threshold always is about 3%. So that calculation would be 2 Varroa divided by the 300 bees that were in there. That gives you a 0.67% Varroa infestation in the hive. Since that's well below that treatment threshold of 3%, we don't need to do anything at this point. We need to continue to watch it, but for now, they're in good shape. Well, storm did come through, and the bees kind of stayed home, so that's, again, why they were a little bit feisty. We really appreciate you dropping by and watching, and if you have any questions, please let us know. There'll be some stuff in the comments as far as some of the tools that we use. So hope you enjoyed it. Let us know. We appreciate you. Come back and see us.